Rademaker, the company I'm representing, is worldwide active in bakery lines. We have a strong focus on laminators, so for puff, like your carry puff, but also bread lines and also cake lines. So those are the lines we are selling worldwide. And these lines can be used, as I also explained, also for, let's say, local products. From point of view of costing, from point of view of food safety, and also from point of view of efficiency, I think you need to automate, let's say, your bakery business here. And so I think in that respect there is a growing demand for those kind of lines, and at the same time you have a growing population, and bread or bakery products are relatively cheap products and still not eaten at a high quantity yet. So if we see things like we see also, for example, in China, that consumption per capita will pick up, then this market will be very big. I think one of the major differences is actually the range of products, and also that in typically European, let's say, family would buy the bread from a bakery, hot bread shop, or would buy the bread or pastry products in the supermarket. Here it looks like that most of the Indians are actually doing a lot of things at home. Like the chapatis and the parathas, you're actually the naans you're producing at home. And while only a small chunk, what I also mentioned in the presentation, only 1.75 kilo is actually supplied as sandwich loaves via the supermarket. So that's actually the major difference. And that will, I think, change in the coming years, step by step. Now, what we do is if we are entering a market like India, we study, let's say, the processes that are being used at this moment within the bakeries. We also study the ingredients that are being used. And you can imagine that if you buy an atta flour here in India, it's completely something different than the flour we have in Europe. So once we have built up a kind of knowledge about processing, about products, about recipe or ingredients, we're going to see how we have to modify our line. If you're purely talking about the bread products, there are a few ways. You can work with different recipes and technology which we can provide. Then obviously on the lines we are selling here, we also make sure that you have, let's say, most optimum shelf life. Then after the product is being baked, you should have, let's say, a nice and proper packaging procedure to preserve also the quality of the product. So it's a matter of having the right recipe, having the right processing, and having the right packaging. My plan for India is to really work, let's say, on the industry here, together with knowledge institutes, perhaps providing technology to those knowledge institutes, like schools, like universities, and sitting down together with, let's say, the big players in this market, and making sure that they are able of providing their customers, whether it's fast food or whether it's the retail business, whether they can come up with those products these companies are looking for. So that is my plan, and we are quite serious about it. I'm actually here every month, every 5 to 6 weeks. We are working with various numbers of bakers. Sometimes I can also not reveal the names, but Haldiram was already mentioned, so I can give you that name. But we are also very strong in, let's say, the fast food supply. So we're working with bakeries who are, for example, supplying products to Subway or to Kentucky Fried Chicken or Pizza Hut. These kind of companies we are working with as well.